And the grassroots, the conservative grassroots in Arizona, decided to get more involved than ever in the precincts, in the primaries, and that is why you have the best roster of candidates on the ballot in a generation in Arizona, because of you. We have some of them here tonight. I think Mark Fincham is here somewhere. Is Mark Fincham here? Someone said he was here. By the way, I just want to say something. We have to make sure Mark Fincham wins. It is a mission-critical race. It is something that doesn't get enough attention. Is Mark here? I saw him. Someone said he's here. He left. Hopefully to another campaign event. It is so important. Fontes is the worst. He would be a terrible, terrible Secretary of State. And we need Mark Fincham as Secretary of State. We need to make sure we tell all of our friends to vote all the way through on the ballot. It's very, very important. How great is Abe, by the way? Abe is terrific. Abe will make a phenomenal Attorney General of this state. You know, I knew Abe as soon as he said, I'm going to go after the Mexican drug cartels. And you know, when he said that, I said, why hasn't the Attorney General done that before? We are being invaded by the Mexican drug cartels. We have to seize their assets and stop the flow of fentanyl into our state. And Abe Hamadeh is going to do that on day one. He's going to do such a great job. And then, of course, the very important Senate race. I'll tell you, this is how you know the media is getting nervous. The media is getting paranoid. The media is getting worried because they thought that Mark Kelly was a shoo-in. And I tell you what, a man who deserves a tremendous amount of credit. He has worked so hard. He's been outspent, I think, like 50-1. I mean, are you a little exhausted with the Mark Kelly ads? I mean, it's one. What a liar Mark Kelly is, by the way. One after the other after the other. By the way, I could say their ads for them, right? Too extreme for Arizona. Okay, we got it. That poll tested. By the way, it's not going to work. I think Blake Masters is going to shock the world and beat Mark Kelly a week from tonight. Blake has fought for every inch. He's a great friend of mine. He's a terrific person. He loves the country. He will go to Washington, D.C. to vote to secure the border. Mark Kelly voted for 87,000 new IRS agents and not for anything on the border. And, you know, Mark Kelly runs these ads. You know how you know Mark Kelly is in trouble? Because he pretends to be a Republican in his commercials. He's like, oh, yeah, I'm for a border. No, you're not. Yeah, I'm an astronaut. We know that, Mark. What have you done as a senator? Answer. Never had the courage to face you. Mark Kelly went to Washington, D.C., and he was a spokesperson for Chuck Schumer. Mark Kelly is California and New York's third senator. He has not represented the people of Arizona at all. And you can see all the tracking polls are tightening. Blake Masters is running a great race. And you know what I think is going to be the sleeper issue? Is the parents that are rising up in Arizona and that are saying, we're not going to take this anymore. Hands off our children. No more pornography in our classrooms. You're not going to mandate vaccines. It was wrong for you to close the schools. Where was Mark Kelly during all of that? He was parroting the narrative of the regime is what Mark Kelly was doing. And then, of course, the top of the ticket. I got to tell you, this has been one of the most amazing races for me to watch. And it's really been amazing to see Kari Lake barnstorm this state. And all the conventional consultants say, you know, you can't do that, Kari. You can't do that. And then she gets more popular. And they say, you can't do that. And she gets more popular. You can't do that. And she gets more popular. You know, it reminds me of a certain somebody